Hello, this is Dr. Wyatt with a quick demonstration on how to set up spelling and grammar check in Word for Windows and Word for the Mac. Right now I have Word for Windows open. Sometimes I start with Word for the Mac, but this time we are starting with the Windows version. To activate the proofing tools, you will go to File, and at the very bottom you will see Options. Under the Options, you will look for Proofing. Proofing means spell check, proofreading, grammar check. What I do is I check the grammar and refinements settings, and I turn them all on. Now, by default, they may not be. So if I hit reset, you'll see that a lot of them aren't activated. So what I do is I go through and I turn most of these on to make sure that I'm following academic standards. So you'll see a lot of these are the defaults. They're activated. But as I scroll down, you get things like adjective order. Well, that matters in academic writing. Double negation matters. Adverb placement matters. Number words matter. You are supposed to spell out 0 through 10 and then you switch to numbers. Passive voice may matter. Again, sentence structure. Simpler wording. We want things to be simple and direct in most of our writing. Anyway, you can see there are a lot of settings, a lot of them, and I trigger all of them. So that's just my preference. And I do that for grammar and refinements, not just grammar. If you choose just grammar, you don't see all of the style stuff. But if you choose grammar and refinements, you get the style guides for APA and MLA that include things like first-person reference, unsuitable expressions, vague. You also get things like sexist language, racist language, things you really should avoid anyway, but it'll check for things that may be outside of APA or MLA standard. So that is within Word under Proofing, and then Grammar and Refinement, choose the settings. Again, I activate all of these. Very easy to do in Word for Windows, and I'm going to hit OK and then OK. Also, you should know that underneath the Review ribbon, you have access to the editor as well as spelling and grammar. Spelling and grammar are where we just were, setting up the settings for checking. And editor is similar to Grammarly and other tools. What it will do is it will go through your document and find even more suggestions and things to change. So editor is a more advanced version of spelling and grammar check. Editor is a very handy tool. Also, if you go home, you will find Copilot. Copilot can help you rewrite things that are unclear. Copilot is the AI tool within Word for Windows and Word for the Mac, so you can turn on Copilot. So it's a really handy tool. You can highlight a paragraph and tell it to rewrite it for clarity, and it will help you rewrite to be more clear. You can write for professionalism, a lot of different settings. You can even tell it to rewrite a paragraph to be more businesslike. Very handy. And that is Copilot, an editor on Home, or in Review, you'll see the editor is with the spelling and grammar tool. Now, if I switch over to the Mac version of Word, the menus are in a slightly different place. You go to Word and you choose Preferences. And when you get the Preferences menu, it's a little different, but you go to Spelling and Grammar again, and you choose Grammar and Refinements, the settings. Once again, after you do that, you will get a very long list of things to change. And again, I activate all of these. And because I write mostly in the Mac version of Word, you'll see that I'm not going to uncheck or change my settings. The few that I don't check are ones that APA and MLA don't insist on. So I think there's 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, avoid first-person references. So in APA and MLA, if you're writing an ethnography or an autoethnography, you can say I found or my research. So having a first-person reference is allowed. So that box I don't check. Other than that, most of the rules are checked, and it really helps me with my writing. Now I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And there we are. Once again, on the review, I have my editor and my spelling, just like I did in Windows. And if I go home, I have Copilot and editor over on the right-hand side. And again, they'll be up and ready to use. So those are the tools you should activate and the settings you should use to get the best results within Microsoft Word. Thank you for listening.